Instituto de Moda Borgo in Milan. That was just 4 weeks. But away from that, I did have to bring in a master tailor from Savio in England who came here twice to train for 2 weeks. And that's the most hands-on experience that I have. Every other thing I want to believe is a gift from God, and I appreciate that every day. So that's been my journey, pretty much.
I do think creative, it's a vocation, you know, it's something, it is a gift from God. It's something that you can't, you love the stress that comes with it, you breathe it, you live it, and and you give to it with that open heart. So I do agree, like it is a gift from God.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
So it must take like hours and hours to design and actually come up with the design and, you know, the concept. So is it really just passion driving you, or, you know, do you feel like you also, because you come from the professional world as well, so I'm sure you've got, you know, all these skills. Are you putting them into the business, like the marketing? Because I feel like you're good at marketing. You are your brand, you know.
I am quite good. That's like, marketing is my love. You know, if something had to be my wife or my side chick, I would definitely think that marketing is my side chick. She's my mistress.
Good is part of the marketing, isn't it? Like just being that dapper, like, you know.
It's funny because like you did say, coming up with ideas for a collection or for a dress is actually very easy.
Okay.
Now bring your design to life is the difficult part. Okay, and that's where it moves from what you're good at or what you're gifted at to something you should be competent at, which is the craftsmanship. Okay, and that's the part that we never get enough knowledge in. Okay, and representation in terms of how you project your brand, I think that is important, and you have to live that and breathe that every single day, whatever you do. And I try to do that, and that's what we call, I mean, at the end of the day, you call that marketing. That's pretty much what it is to me. I need to live, breathe, and push my brand every chance I get, you know, because sometimes you do not get a second chance to make a first impression. So you have to make the first impression the first time.
Is this you though? Is this your personality? Like, or you go home and switch off, and then you're like, no, I'm not being dapper anymore. I can't be cool anymore. I'm tired of being cool. Because it just seems like
the funny thing is, hold that thought. I didn't charge my laptop, and I can see that it's going to 0. So let me get my charger. Enjoy the view while I run away for a second.
No worries.
Guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. This is the East African Wedding Show. It's our last day, Brenda.
I know, how sad.
I think give us some thumbs up if you want us to keep going. Give us a couple of thumbs up. Add an extra day, take it to Sunday.
Oh wow.
We do also just want to say a big shout out to our sponsors and to the people sponsoring our prizes. So one and only. Ooh, look at all them thumbs up.
Thank you so much, guys.
See you back tomorrow.
So we're back tomorrow then after the after party.
So yeah.
Wow, these lives are really good. Shitty. I think we should quit our day jobs. I think we should become presenters.
I think this is us. Yeah, this is us. So big thank you to one and only for the prize. Two nights for two at one and only's new property in Rwanda, one and only Gorilla's Nest. Lily Blossom have been so kind to. Oh hi, Mike. Lily Blossom. Nice to see you. Let me just quickly finish giving these shout outs. Lily Blossom, thank you so much for your gift of worth 300,000 francs.
Yes.
Of decoration and to visit Rwanda. Thank you very much. Visit Rwanda. Visit Rwanda will be sponsoring 2 people to go and visit the gorillas in Ruhengeri, Rwanda.
Yes.
All right. What was Sunday? I think it said that between the new. I think it used to be.
Okay. Right.
I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to our.
Ma, you've been to Rwanda, but you haven't come to the gorillas, have you? Are you interested?
No, I haven't. The last time I came, I was in the hotel all through. So I really want to come back so I can experience Rwanda properly.
Absolutely.
I didn't experience it properly the last time. So
yes,
you
please.
guys will see me there sooner than later.
Whenever this finishes, we're on. We're going to show you proper Rwanda.
Yes, I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Great. Where were we?
So we were talking about.
If you're asking if this is me every day.
Yes.
Interestingly, right? I love dressing up. I love looking good. I like the part. I love engaging with people as much as possible. But that's quite interesting because I'm quite an introvert. So if you give me the chance, I'll be in my room every day watching TV, listening to music, and just being by myself. So It feels like because I am that kind of person, whenever I come out, I want to make it worth the while. And I do. I'm quite vain when it comes to dressing up. I really love clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Did you hear my question?
What did you say?
I said, do you just like looking good then?
I love looking good. I think it's as I say, is the first step of respecting others is looking good.
100%. I agree. My father always says that. He's like, you must always be appropriately dressed because it's good manners.
Yeah. It shows that you've
respect people when you dress.
Yeah.
So just to ask you, so now we know how you phased into fashion completely because it's for the love of the art. What made you go into the bridal? I mean, you know what I mean? Like you like to look good, but bridal, it's like a whole other world. Like
It is. I think when I started, I was doing everything and anything. Like every other young designer did, just started off not knowing what you're going to do, what's to take and stuff. Then when I quit my job, it then became business. And the side of becoming business, which I never realized it was before, I thought it was all fun and games. And when I realized it was business, I knew I had to make the money. And that was what got me into suits, okay? And I got a few people who could make suits because the margins on suits were better than the margin on shirts and pants.
Yeah.
And, made a few suits. When I look back at those suits right now, I almost cry because they look super hideous. But, hey, that's life. And making suits got me into making suits for weddings. My sister-in-law, my younger brother's wife, insisted I made her wedding dress.
Oh, wow.
I almost literally fell off the cliff when she said it. I'm like, no, you're joking. She lived in England and she was going to come to Nigeria and wanted me to make her dress. I'm like, why? Like, not me. But I took on the challenge and I made her wedding dress. And right at the wedding, I got other customers. I mean, there was someone that really wanted me to make a dress. I literally didn't pick my phone again because I was scared I was going to cock it up. But I mean, from that came people that wanted me to make stuff for them, and that's where it started from. So try to understand how does this work? How do you make such things? It's easy to get the style and get into the swing of to design it, but the craftsmanship, you start to understand that wedding dresses, you do not wear wedding dresses, they wear you. Okay? So it's the shape of the wedding dress you end up being, not the shape of your body.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I do a corset for you, that is not your body through the corset. It is the corset you're seeing. So when it gives you that nice curve on your bust and the, pushing in of the belly, that's not you. That's not the corset. If you're wearing a ball gown, that's not you. That's the ball gown. So the one that really shows your body, it's really like a mermaid dress. And even at that, we can amplify that. We can make it look more like a mermaid by giving you a huge tail and make it shoot out even extra more. So you come like that and explode at the bottom, and that's what we do. So the dress wears you pretty much. So once I understand your body, I can put something on you that flatters you, but doesn't really show your body like that. So the construction was very, very key to get me. And It just started from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and we probably made over like 300 wedding gowns and counting. And it's been amazing. And I think the one thing that pleases me with weddings, it is the one thing that I do that the customers pay me good money for, and they also tell me thank you from their hearts.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, that means a lot. And they come back, they give you cake afterward, they give you wine, they tell you thank you. You have made more friends from making wedding dresses and suits than making other garments.
Yeah.
Because of consulting with the bride, you become her friend.
Yeah, and you're also such a big part of the most important day of her life.
Exactly.
I like you say that. So it's a big day for them. It's the beginning of a whole new institution for them, and you're part of that. And when we go to dress the bride again, you dress her on a wedding day. You're there to ensure she looks good. You've become a friend. To be honest, conversations you have with brides. Sometimes when the husbands hear those kind of things, they probably would change their mind on the wedding. I have a few secrets.
Has any groom ever like? Has any groom ever said, "Okay, like time to step away. Can I have like time with my bride now?"
The funny thing about the guys, I tell them you have to be on my side because I'm the only one that can change their mind.
Whoa. So do you actually dress the bride?
Because if a bride wants a guy to wear a green suit on his wedding day, that's what he's wearing.
Yeah, true. Guys, any comments, any questions?
Otherwise, I'm the only one that can come in and say, hey, don't do this to him.
Yeah.
Switch it around. And she'll listen to me. I can give her reasons why.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
So,
but she will never.
Speaking of, sorry, I think there's a delay. But just speaking on that, so now that you've created this relationship with the bride, obviously she trusts you. You're the genius. She wants you to tell her which direction to go with her dress. Do you find that you end up being a part of the decision making around the bridal parties look and the way and the outfits? Is it like you end up sort of like, you make a painting and then eventually they're like, okay, so your painting looks great, but we want the whole room to complement it. You know what I mean? Like, is it? Hello?
I'm losing you guys. I didn't get that question. Does she end up being part of the process of making the dress?
I think he wants you to repeat the question.
Oh, no, I was saying, now that you've got the bride on your side, right? And you are her guru at this point, like she trusts you. I think he's frozen.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the comment section for now. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Mai. I like his suits. Yeah, his suits are incredible. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Tell Mai. Shitty and Brenda, you're so amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Jermaine, how are you, Jermaine? You should come on stage and join us.
Yeah, please join us, Jermaine.
Okay, Jermaine says that's very true. When you meet their emotion, a challenge is so beautiful, and more than anything, yeah, it's a goal like a designer. I mean, Jermaine, you understand Mai as well. You're both designers, so you both have the same passion. Yeah.
Let me just check.
We'll just check on Mai right now and see where he is. I hope you guys are having a great time at the East African Wedding Show. We've been working so hard behind it. Right, Shitty? We haven't been sleeping.
No, we haven't. I have my eyes twitching. Am I serious, right? My eye is twitching, and I Googled it. It's from
no sleep. Right, yeah. So after the after party, what are we doing?
After the after party?
Yeah. We're going to sleep.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say we're going to do something else. I'm like, after the after party, we sleep.
Yeah, but
I know Sunday's going to be a lion.
Proper lion. Yeah. But I just want to thank you, first of all, Shruti designed and came up with this program. Oh, yes.
Hey. So I need to get a charger.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
You know, yeah, I think it's your Wi-Fi, though. Hi, Mike. Can you hear me? Hello, Mike. You know what? Maybe we need to.
Hello, everybody. Oh, there he is.
Ladies.
Yes, that's so much clearer now. We can definitely see you and hear you. Oh, we've lost him again. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I can see you guys now.
Yeah, Mike, are you in your studio?
I'm in my studio. Yes.
It's like quite a big space. Is this where brides would come to try on their gowns and the gentlemen as well?
That's the tour.
Yes, please.
Let's see, how does this work? Okay, yeah. You come in from, so that's, so you come in from, and you walk down. So I just created this space now. This is going to be my retail space.
Oh, nice.
Creating this, so that's the change in. Hello.
Yes.
So this is going to be my retail. So I don't now, but I'm prepping for retail.
Amazing. Oh, wow. That yellow dress. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow.
Then this is like pretty much, there's one over there. So this is reception. Wait, where we do our consultation.
Okay.
Yeah. It is pretty biggish.
It's lovely.
Yeah, actually.
Very pretty.
All the production happens upstairs, and my office is tucked somewhere behind.
Okay. So, Mai, do you ever get any brides that... I was going to ask, do you ever get any people that come to the shop pretending... Whoops, I was going to ask him if there are any people that come to the shop pretending to be a bride just so they can see him.
Just so, yeah, see him, see the studio.
Right? Because you're a celebrity, basically.
Yeah, people do that, but I charge a consultation fee. So if you pay the consultation fee, you might as well come. And you pay before you come. So hey, I get my $100, and you can come $200, and you can come in and see my face for 20 minutes. That's fine.
Oh, yes, you're a proper businessman. We love it. We love to see it. Yeah.
So we were asking about, now that you have the trust and now that the bride trusts you, right? With all the decisions, fashion decisions, and she's on your side. So do you find that therefore you end up getting consulted about the rest of the bridal party, and sort of, are you part of that process too?
Oh yes, even if I'm not making the garments for the whole bridal party, I do offer consultation based on the bride. So if you tell me the theme of your wedding, I can advise you on what the bridesmaids are wearing. I think the only reason why they don't come to me for that is because, they probably can't afford me, or they say they can't afford me, and they don't come to me for that. But I always advise them, for the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, what color they should wear, what kind of dresses they should wear to complement what the theme of the wedding is and what the bride is wearing. Because some people do not have themes. They just come with, I want to wear this, and you have to start breaking it down for them. Why does she have a theme? What is the color of the day? What the colors should be? And the colors don't necessarily have to be on the groom. I have to break all that down to them, and they see sense in it. And it's funny how a lot of people do not know that there's dress codes for men. Like, You can't wear a pinstripe suit on your wedding day. If you want to wear a tuxedo, preferably you wear it for your reception. You shouldn't wear a tuxedo before 5 p.m. Because it's tagged as evening wear. But if you wear it, I always tell my groom, but if you want to wear it in the morning, make sure you're going to wear it till the reception. So it feels like you're dressing up for the reception from early in the morning, right? And you're just going to church to get married. Once you're wearing a tuxedo, your dress code, you can wear a black tuxedo and brown shoes. Definitely, and there are shoes specifically for tuxedos. Likewise, a bow tie to wear, the right boutonniere to wear. And a lot of guys do not have a clue what all that is. They just think you just wear the clothes and you're good. So there's also like fashion etiquette, And I tell people, if you're bothered enough to eat with the fork in your left hand and the knife in your right, you should be bothered enough to know what shoes to wear with what outfits. Because that's how you look. People that understand fashion etiquette. You didn't go to finishing school.
You should give lessons for men that are getting married, because that would save a lot of wives so much aggro, try to, tell them men to change their outfits and this and that. Honestly, it would be such a great service.
Yeah, so we do that. We do become part of the whole wedding and kind of like guide and help them out. Even for some lucky brides, when they're dressing you up, I kind of also take up the role of creative director or art director for your wedding shoots. Pose like this, do that angle, photographer, take this. Because I believe that when you capture those moments, they last forever. So it's very important that it comes together nicely.
Yes. So we would love some more tips for men, especially, I don't know if you do, you advise on grooming as well, like especially, as you're dressing the men. Yeah. Are there any special, like 5 tips you would give a man for getting ready for his wedding?
For the man, I always say less is more. Your wedding day is not a day to show off that you're super trendy. It's a day to stay fashionable and as classic as possible, because the pictures from that day are going to live a lifetime. So 5 years, 10 years from now, you look at those pictures and you don't want to ask yourself, why was I wearing a turquoise trousers and blue shirts and green tie, even though that was the trend of the time. But if you wore a black tuxedo or an ivory tuxedo or a black suit or a blue suit, that is classic. So 10 years from now, you still look like, the person you want to be, So for me, that's very important for the man. Secondly, like I get from a tuxedo to a suit. Wear a tuxedo in the morning, wear it in the evening, wear it for the reception, okay? So that way it is proper and it is right. And make sure you get the shoes that match the outfit. When I mean match, not in color. Okay, but in more like in character, what you should wear with what. Okay, and I also think that there's no need to try to overshadow the bride. It is not your day; it is her day. Okay, so you have to respect that. You have to respect that and make her look. Some men try to put up a show. Some men try to put up a show. So please do not put up a show. Do not put up a show. Let her shine. Because if she looks good, you look good. Okay? Yeah. So let her look good. Right? So that's a very, very important tip. Let her look good. Thirdly, your groomsmen should complement what you're wearing. I see a lot of this these days where the groom is wearing a tuxedo, but the groomsmen are wearing suits. Or the groom is wearing a suit and the groomsmen are wearing tuxedos. I'm like, you're going for the same event. It's the same dress code, differently.
So in that case, how does the groom stand out if they're all wearing tuxedos, for example?
That's a good question.
Yes, if you're wearing everyone wears tuxedos. If you're wearing a suit, everyone wears a suit. So it's either you're doing formal or you're doing evening wear. So it's quite important that you know that this is the dress code. You understand the dress code. And it's not about, I always tell the man, it's not about outshining your groomsmen. It is quite about standing out, but it's not about outshining. Okay? Because if the groomsmen do not look good behind you or beside you, you wouldn't look good. Because they will keep distracting the eye to the rubbish they're wearing. But if you all look good, right, then that means you look good. You get a good team of gentlemen around you. All right? So it is very important. So I've done weddings where everyone wore the same thing, right? Even the groom and the groomsmen, they all wore the same thing and they look quite good. But I'm always like, the groom should always have a little twist or something that looks slightly different, just to stand out a little bit from his man. So those are the tips. In terms of grooming, oh my God, in terms of grooming, don't cut your hair on the day of your wedding. I don't subscribe to that. Cut your hair a day before, okay? There's no growth that would happen on when you sleep at night, all right? Because you need as much time as possible. So the night before, that's when you cut your hair. Just in case there are any mishaps or any cuts or anything, you can fix that the day before, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
Your skin regimen, when you want to do all that skin thing, don't do it a day before. Don't do it 3 days before. Okay? You can do it a week before, 2 weeks before. All right? The glow will still be there.
Because there's always the possibility of a breakout. Like the day of.
Not days before, not even a week before. Do it way before. It's very important. And I think something that's happening, this is for the bride and the groom, right? It's time, okay? The best pictures are taken before the wedding. Mm-hmm. When you're all dressed up and you're fresh. So please give yourself like 2 hours to take pictures. Because when it's all said and done, all you have are those pictures, okay? Mm-hmm. So people have pictures after church when they're all tired, looking sweaty, and someone is saying the groom's car is not here, the reception venue is not ready yet, one bridesmaid has a broken heel, and you have to worry about all that. But please take, if you don't see each other before, take individual pictures by yourself and have great pictures. But please give yourself time before the wedding, so you're not rushing to the wedding.
You know, that actually happened to me at our wedding. We took pictures after the reception and everything, and we didn't have time because it's just really hard to manage everybody. The bridal party, the groom's party, so it was.
Yeah, and then after church,
a shambles.
After church, there's always that like all the aunties, all the uncles
are like
trying to get pictures with you, and you're like, and it's hard to even just get away from everybody. And by the time then you have to quick.
Yeah, that's a really good tip. Yeah.
I mean, my brother's wedding, we had the only thing was my sister-in-law. She did not want him to see her.
Okay.
Right. Which is what you were saying. Yes. So then, take as many pictures of yourself beforehand.
So take as many pictures of yourself as possible. So you have beautiful pictures separate. But when you come together, try to get that magic moment. My brother got married in Canada, and he did something amazing. He booked a garden for his pictures. And right after church, him and his wife just drove there. They didn't tell anyone where they were going to. And they spent a good 1 hour, 30 minutes taking pictures. And other guys were at the reception. They're like, you guys wait, it's my wedding. So you wait for us. Right? And they took the most amazing pictures in the garden. Right? I was now the one because I was the best man. So I was the one with the phone. Like, we'll be there. So we'll be there. Don't come to us. No, do not come to us. We'll be coming to you. We'll come to you. And they had like the most amazing pictures. It looked like pictures for like a wedding magazine. So if you can create that, and you can, because your wedding day, you can make everybody wait. It doesn't matter. That's what I believe.
Those are some really amazing tips, honestly. And we take these things for granted, but trust me, people, I've been there before. You need to like take notes right now. That taking pictures before the reception.
Interesting thing you said about your sister-in-law not wanting him to see her till church. But that's the funny thing, the best expression is when he sees her for the first time, and when he's in church, he wouldn't express the way he wants to express. Because in church, he wouldn't kiss her, even if he felt the need to, because the priest hasn't said kiss her. So if he's standing there and she's walking down the aisle, do you get what I mean? It's just like he's trapped because he has to be in his best behavior at that point in time. So if he wanted to do a backflip, he wouldn't be able to do a backflip in church. He would consume himself. Do you get what I mean?
I think it's the tradition too, you know what I mean? I think for her it was very, because I was very pro, my cousin got married and we did pictures before church. And then that meant that the church was actually later in the day.
Okay.
Which means that it wasn't, you know, you go to church at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're like,
it's too early.
It's too early. I expected to be out all night. Like, it's too early. So it was really nice. She was like, no, I really want to be in church, in the house of God, and my husband sees me down the aisle, and just like that. She found it. She's like, just that tradition, I really want it. So we're like, okay. And then they disappeared for like 4 hours to get pictures done because like, everything was.
Like going back to brides and grooms, is it common for you to dress both the bride and the groom, or do you usually do just the bride? Because funny enough, I actually found. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say I knew that you did menswear before I knew that you did gowns. There's a celebrity from Nigeria, I can't remember his name right now. He wore a suit and he was not the groom, but I think he was the best man. And he just went absolutely viral because he just killed it. And everyone commenting on Instagram saying, what, he's not even the groom, you know? And yeah, so that's how I found out about you and followed you after that. So I knew you did menswear. And I was telling my husband, you know, you have to get a suit from this guy. He's just so amazing. But that was a good moment for you.
Yeah. So I do both. And I've done that for a few weddings. And like you rightly said, what happens is that if the bride knows me, she doesn't know I do menswear. She knows I do wedding gowns. And if the groom knows me, he knows I do suits, he doesn't do wedding gowns. So sometimes she knows I do, and she brings her husband and be like, we have to get it done here. But I think that it's something that maybe I haven't pushed as hard enough, because I look at it and think of a designer anywhere in the world does menswear and women's wear bridal equally as well in the world. I say like in Nigeria, but like in the world, you know. I mean, Ralph Lauren did the one in his business, but he's not known for making wedding gowns, but he did the wedding gown. Or Givenchy that did Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, you know, they're not known for both together the bridal line, and I do both, you know. So it's a remarkable fit. So I want to push more of that. And when I do both, it's quite interesting because you can actually now see the synergy within the bride. Okay, so I've done some very interesting things where I have the groom write the bride a letter, right, and write her wedding dress in her corset. So when she's about to wear her dress, she can read his love letter to her, and he's in the dress, and that's like there for life. And she also him, and we make a lining for his suit with the notes she's written to him, and that is in the suit for life. So little touches like that. We're getting to the point whereby we can even put like pictures of your bride as your lining. We make a lining with the pictures of your bride, you know, in your suit. You know, I feel like those little elements, you know, they add that little touch to make the day even special for both parties. So yes, we do both, and I enjoy doing both. It's quite interesting where you see two people come to you together to start a whole new chapter in their life, and you're part of the story. It's quite remarkable. And back we did everything for the wedding. We did the groom, we did the bride, we did the groomsmen, we did the bridesmaids, we did everything for that wedding in Cape Town, and it was an amazing experience.
So have you ever met, this is also another cheeky question, have you ever met a couple and thought, ooh, how long are these guys going to last? Because they just don't get on, or you just know, you can tell there's going to be trouble? Or do you ever find yourself in a situation where you have to counsel them, like they're arguing about, I feel like you would be that person, you know, you're so full of wisdom, and I just feel like a bride would find it easy to talk to you, and so would a groom. Like you can be both of their best friend.
So, I mean, what I always do is keep it professional. The groom is not allowed to be there, even though they came together. She goes to the bridal room where she does her consultation. And I tell him, like, dude, you're not allowed to see this. Do you understand? And that's the way it works. Okay? And likewise, except he, okay? So I think with that, it's either they go back home and tell themselves what's happening, and then they come back together going like, now we want to see each other, you know? But I always say, no, you can't see him, no, you know, you can't see her. So I always stand with that. So we have a bridal room separate for the girl, and we have a groom's parlor for him to, where he is separate from the bride, just to ensure that they do not see each other.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, let me talk to the bride, because she would listen to me, listen to you. She will emotionally blackmail you, but she won't do that to me. Okay? So I can advise you on something you really want to do that makes sense. You know. But it is actually interesting, because I've also seen some people, and from conversations like, why are you guys getting married? I don't see this lasting. You know, but hey, who am I to say anything? I'll give you a few stories, right? So the groom comes, he's making his suit, and he has to pay for the bride's dress, right? And let's say her dress costs like $4,000. Then she tells me to invoice him $6,000. And when he pays the $6,000, I should give her the $2,000 on top of it. Okay? And that's a tough one. And when I get such requests, you know what I do? I say, yes, I'll do it. But guess what? When we get the $2,000, I'm getting $1,500 and you're getting $500.
Typical my style. Turn it around.
I know what's going to happen. She will disagree, and that will never happen. You know. So most of the time, I discourage that. Then I've had situations whereby they're about to get married. 3 weeks to the wedding, no one calls me anymore. I keep calling, nothing happens. 2 weeks, nothing happens. A week to the wedding, nothing happens. Wedding day, nothing happens. I have the gown in my studio. I have the suit in my studio. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
And we had a few of those. That's like the most difficult thing for you to want to go back and say, what happened? Like, you know, you just keep quiet. Like, there's a wedding gown that I made for someone, cost close to $8,000. And nothing happened. It's still with me.
They didn't pay for it?
They paid. Funny thing is that the mother of the bride was the one that paid for the dress. And she insisted on paying all her money without telling me anything. And she was quite adamant about getting the balance payment sorted. And I was like, no, we have to do another fitting. She was like, no, I just want to pay and get rid of it. And she paid, and after that, every single call wasn't picked. And I still have the dress. So some of those things are kind of like that.
She'll find the one, and she'll eventually wear the dress.
No, it's not gonna be that.
I'd be happy to put that dress on her again. So there are lots of stories that come from doing this job. Some of them are sad. Some are like, really cool. Some are just like halfway, but it's interesting. That's why I love doing weddings.
Yeah.
So let's talk about more on the complementing each other side. You know what I mean? A couple is two people who find each other and bring the best out of each other, and they complement each other. So now, how does a couple translate? He's like,
not like, yeah. I know those lovely stories too.
Okay, but I wanted to know, like, how can a couple translate that with their outfits on their wedding day? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's like, it could be, I don't really match, really, but you know what I mean? Like, how do we complement each other's outfits? Are there silhouettes or cuts that go together or anything like that?
I think we've lost Maya, but that was such an interesting
I
conversation.
know, we were like gone.
Wow.
Like, it was so great.
Can you imagine like paying for an 8,000 gown and not being able to wear it?
You know what? Is that what wedding gowns cost?
No. You can get from.
Because I was like listening to him, like, oh, he's definitely doing my wedding. He said, yeah, $8,000. I was like,
oh no, he does a whole range. He does bespoke, so I'm sure they would have wanted all the beading in the world on their dress.
That's such a shame.
Yeah, such a shame.
But so wait, you would wear that dress after? I would never wear that dress.
Again? Oh yes, after paying that much money.
Okay, I can see you now.
Fantastic.
How does that translate? You're saying something about the couple and how that translates.
Yes, so I was asking that how does a couple, how do the couple's outfit on their wedding day complement each other? In terms of, is it like cuts that go with different wets? Like, I don't know, like is there a rule of thumb? Is there creative advice that you would give? I think we're still frozen.
Okay.
Mike, can you hear us?
Okay, you're breaking up, but can you hear me?
Guys, give us a thumbs up if
I can hear
you
you.
See us and hear us.
I can see you, I can hear you now. And I got the question, by the way.
I don't think so.
We can hear you now. Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah. So in terms of complementing, right?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yeah. There's a bit of a delay though, so let's both refresh. Let's both
refresh. In terms of complementing, right? Should we try to refresh?
Yes, please, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Shruti will be joining us in a few minutes. Yes. I think... Okay, I can see you perfectly now.
Really clear.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we can see you very clearly. Yeah.
Complement what the to complement. a simple kind of suit. Okay. So the model suits
with the
are to
okay.
put the guy like and dazzles and heavy lace trimmings and all that kind of stuff. Then I'm tempted to put the guy in a tuxedo. And probably not even as classic, if possible, a color, button like complements the bride. So I always start with the bride. It's based on what the bride is wearing, I get the groom to, complement. So if she's doing for a simple tulle dress because it's a beach wedding or an outdoor garden wedding, then the guy's most likely to wear like a beige suit or a suit or light gray suit, something more pastel to go with that whole outdoor thing. So it starts with the bride's dress. And once we've nailed the bride's dress, we'll now implement that with the groom's outfit.
Okay, and what would you say are the trends for this year and 2020, if 2020 is a consort, and 2021? What are the upcoming trends for both men's suits and gowns?
So start with the gowns. I think you see that the whole craze for the huge ball gowns are beginning to die softly. And we're getting a lot of brides now wanting to do more simple, classic wedding dresses. So they're going to the satins.
Do you think that's got anything to do with Meghan Markle?
It did, but I anything changed the bridal fashion. People didn't like the dress. A lot of people didn't.
No.
Yeah, she didn't change much. Unlike Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton changed the way a lot of people wore dresses when she got married. People started wearing the V neckline and the lace at the top and the
with the lace. Yes. Maya, I can't hear you now. It's breaking up again. Okay, we've lost Maya again. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and send
satin dresses. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Hi, Shitu. So a lot of people are doing satin dresses now. That's what I get. But the guys are still stuck in wearing tuxedos. The guys just love to wear tuxedos. And if I had a trend for the season, I'm pushing that guys should really wear more suits on their wedding day. 3-piece suits would be really, really nice. And it doesn't have to be only in the primary classic colors. You can do like a really, really deep forest green, which in pictures could look like it's black, but like a really, really deep forest green and give you like really nice standout. Then if you have to do like navy blue, I would ask for the waistcoat to be contrasting. So it's like a navy blue and a gray waistcoat, or a navy blue and a sky blue waistcoat. And that would bring a certain kind of pop to what you're wearing.
And you were talking about the shoes as well. What style shoes would you say are trending now, or what style shoes? What's the classic shoe style that men, if they wear it, they'll never go wrong with that?
Oh. There you go.
Very clear.
It's very clear right now.
Yeah, it gets very clear, then it just freezes up again.
Yeah, like right now, you're like we can hear you and see it like in sync.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it feels like that right now too on my side.
Okay, great. So Brenda was asking about.
I was asking about the shoe style. Is there a classic shoe style that you can never go wrong with? And so what is that?
For the suits for the guys, you either go as classic as possible. All them fancy Louboutins with spikes and shines and then just keep them away. Okay? I would tell a guy wear classic brogues, lace-ups, it's beautiful. Just keep it clean and simple. Or you wear a double monk strap. So the double monk strap is the ones that has the double buckles on the side, on the top of it.
I love it.
Nice and classic. So you can wear like a double monk strap. Not a single monk strap or a double monk strap, or just wear lace-ups. I think they're nice.
What colors can you definitely not wear for a shoe? For grooms?
Ideally, if you're doing black, you should wear black shoes. That's just right to do. You're doing gray, I would advise you to still wear black shoes. If you're doing blue, then you can wear brown shoes. But if you wear brown, I want you to wear something like a chocolate brown, something that is really, really dark, so it doesn't take people's eyes to the shoes. If the shoes are like tan, people's eyes go. You want an outfit that the whole outfit looks good, not one thing looks good over the other. All right? So that's what I always advise for grooms. Make sure it's your whole look that is appealing. Not, oh my God, your shoes are amazing, then I can't even see your suit. I want to see your suit. I want to see your shoes. I want to see your tie. I want to see your pocket square. Everything should be the look. So much so if I take one thing off, it's no longer the look. So that's what I'll tell guys. So the shoes have to be clean. I still think, I did great when I got married. Because I can't say it also for myself right now. When I got married, I looked like I was a magician. So I don't want people to live through my nightmare.
Are those pictures online? Can we find them online?
No, and they will never make it online. Never. No flashback or throwback to bring my wedding pictures online. Never.
I have two things I want to know about, right? One, accessories. Yeah, for a groom. Right? Where, like, what kind of accessories are acceptable? Bracelets, rings, I don't know. No,
that's it.
What kind of accessories are acceptable? And also, how do you feel about socks and like fun socks on your wedding day?
Okay, we've lost him again. How's everybody doing?
I don't know. That has never been okay for me. Like when I see those like happy socks,
like orange, smiley faces.
I'm not there for it on a wedding. At a wedding.
Do you know, I feel like some grooms like take the wedding day for like a joke. Like they take it as a day to have fun with their boys, and they're just gonna have the latest time, so they're just gonna do the craziest thing. Or maybe it's just them like trying to show their personality, trying to break the rules a bit.
Yeah. Maybe. But like we discussed about like looking.
Why does this keep going on?
It's your Wi-Fi actually.
Yeah,
because it shows us it's got a red sign at the bottom. It's not very strong.
Is it my Wi-Fi?
Yeah, when those bars go, so we know it's you. It's not us.
It's not us.
It's you. Yeah, so I was asking about what accessories are acceptable. No, not yet.
No.
Maybe try to refresh again.
This has been a great session. I know plenty among them that should have been here.
It's full of wisdom. I'll just take a selfie. Oh, this
when he comes back.
Yeah. Try to refresh your page if you can hear us. Guys, are you still there? Are you sleeping? Give us a thumbs up if you're still
15
there.
hours.
I hope you guys are enjoying the session as much as we are. I feel like.
Thank you. We see the thumbs up. Thank you. I know we're really enjoying it. It feels like just having a conversation about Stan in the cribble in the house.
But how cool would it be to, buy a gown and a suit from the same person?
And you know what? I would be more at peace with the whole. You don't get to see my outfit. I don't get to see yours. If you know that there's a guy,
I don't know about that. How can you not see yours?
I don't know. Like, I think I'd be like, if I knew that the same designer and I trusted that designer, I'd be like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's see each other on the date. But if I don't like it,
exactly.
We can't see each other at church. We have to see each other.
Do you feel like this is double standards? Like we don't want to let the groom.
Yeah, but it's double standard because like we know better. Do you know what I mean? Like it's okay. It's like okay, a doctor won't listen to you if you were giving them. They won't listen to your second opinion because we're not doctors.
Yeah. But we know what a man should look like.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a double standard or if it's just like women. Not always right.
Clued on. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I hope we can get Maya back on because that was so interesting and we have to finish soon actually.
Yes. Maybe we could talk about the next session.
Okay.
So our next session will be moderated by Mercy from Bella Niger Weddings. And it's to discuss Africa as the perfect wedding destination.
Yes.
And we're discussing even just the vendors in Africa. If you're looking for a really expensive, luxury, high brand dress, you can get it from Maya Atafo.
Yes.
We should take a now that everything's
just in case we.
Okay, see, like this, clear.
Yeah, Chris.
Okay, so we're asking you about accessories. What do you think about accessories? How far can you go, and where should you stay away from? And 2, what do you think about like happy socks? Those like fun, colorful socks on your wedding day. Can you tell how?
I'll keep the happy socks to the groomsmen. I'll keep it to the groomsmen. Let them have as much fun as possible with the happy socks. But in terms of accessories, for the groom, it's quite basic because you have your socks, your tie, your pocket square, your boutonniere. Okay. One thing I do not subscribe to, the boutonniere you have on your lapel, which is a flower you have on your lapel, for those that do not know what the boutonniere is.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the guys get it from the bouquet and have it on. And because it's actually a live, fresh flower, sometimes it breaks in no time. Then sometimes it's a bit too chunky. And you find that guys end up just putting it in their pocket as against on their lapels. So, which is just a really bad look. So there's artificial ones that look quite good. Actually, I have one in my bag.
Okay.
So that's artificial, and it looks quite good.
It's
got a clip behind. You put that there, and you're good. And it actually looks like it's like real flower because it's wrapped at the bottom and everything. Right? It's got a clip on the back.
It looks good in that color as well.
So this is amazing. You don't have to get the flower from the bouquet. And this you can pin in the morning and stays as fresh because it's fake for the rest of the day. Okay?
Yeah.
And I think that your tie, for the time that it comes to the color of the day, sometimes your tie gives you a chance to put the color of the day on you, if it works. So if it's a black suit and the color of the day is purple, that's great. If it's a gray suit and it's purple, that's great. If it's even blue and purple, is great. But if it's burgundy and purple, then that situation starts to arise, You don't want to do that. So ensure that the look is more important than the color of the day coming on you when it comes to accessories. Your pocket square, I think you should just make your pocket square white. As long as it matches your shirt, you're okay. So this, it doesn't complicate things at all, right? Your socks can match your tie in terms of color. You can have some pattern, but I wouldn't do the patterns over the top because happy socks are here. They're cool now. They probably won't be cool in 3 years from now, So I'm always careful about trends when it comes to weddings. So do not go all out, okay? And you can just chill. Then for those of you that want to be the romantics, if you have an emblem for your wedding or logo or initial of your wife and your name, if you can make that into a brooch and have that on your lapel, that'll be amazing. A lot of people do that these days. Have that as something you wear instead of wearing this guy. You wear that, which is a picture of your emblem for the wedding day. That's really cool. That makes it more personal, if you're asking.
Okay, I think we've got one last question for you. Unfortunately, we have to rush.com because we've got a coffee one. But it's been so amazing, honestly. I wish we could stay here all day. Yeah, maybe we can try it. Do this again one day.
Sure. It feels like you're just catching up and chatting. It doesn't feel like a session.
I know, but we have, hopefully everything's going to settle down by the end of the year so we can have our wedding show again in February. And of course, it wouldn't be a South African wedding show without my whoop. No, we haven't talked about timelessness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that we talked about like the socks and how in 3 years you're probably going to regret this, what are some timeless silhouettes or cuts that you 20 years, 30 years down the line, you'd be like, I look great at my wedding.
We can start with the gowns.
With gowns, yeah.
I'll start with the gowns. I'm going to start with the gowns. For the gowns, an A-line dress never goes out of anything. Because the A-line seems to be in the middle. You're going extreme, you're going ball. You're going extreme, you're going mermaid. So the A-line gown just seems to be a classic one. Yeah. If you wear a satin wedding dress, you're never going out of fashion because satin dresses look like it's a choice rather than fashion. Okay? So it's great to do that. Now, you can be over the top with your veil. You can have a really long veil, even though you're wearing a more classic dress. It's fine because it's just an accessory to the whole thing. So you can blow it up with a veil if you want to. So I think the A-line is the middle ground. I think that's a perfect one for like time over time over time over time. It's good to go. So please, I do more A-line dresses. I tell people, please wear more A-line dresses. Okay, it's good for you.
In an A-line dress.
Ma, you didn't have any A-line dresses in your last collection.
I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yes. There were some of them made with tulle and some with satin, but there were quite a few A-line dresses. I think I didn't have any. I had one bow dress, but most of them were A-line.
Okay. You had one what?
And this is what it is, right? The definition of this, when you see the body comes like this and goes like that, that's a bow. Or comes like this and goes like that, that's A-line. So literally it's an A like that. So once it has a rounder top, it's a ball gown. But once it has a slim one that goes wider at the bottom, it's A-line. So you have some exaggerated A-line dresses. They might be like that, but like still A-line, but like super exaggerated. But the ball is the Kim Kardashian on her wedding day. Like that thing literally goes like, poof. It explodes from the waist. Just like literally explodes from the waist.
Yeah.
That's a ball.
Like,
sorry. That's
the African woman's body, apparently, or something like that. I read.
Okay.
Yeah, like
people use different things. Like I tell people, you can wear any dress to a certain kind of body size, and if you want to wear a ball gown, even though you're the bigger side of things, it just means that we have to like cinch in that waist and cinch it in so it looks so small, and the ball can start to come out, right? And we can play with your proportions a little bit more. So we won't take it as high, probably bring it a bit lower. So halfway your belly is where we're squeezing it in, But I believe that anyone can wear anything, except that you want to wear a mermaid dress and you have a big belly, and that's a situation that we can't actually say, hey, do that. So I've had some 5 months pregnant women want to wear mermaid dress. I'm like, sorry, it's not going to work. Sorry.
Oh.
You should have thought about it before you did the deed. So I would definitely say A-line, classic, keep it like that forever. And you can embellish the A-line to look as super trendy, but A-line cut is a cutout label. Then for the guys, think of what would be as classic as possible. So your color tones should be over the top. So tuxedos are a way to stay really, really classic. Keep it black, keep it blue, keep it ivory, with black pants.
Yeah.
Like, it's timeless. So you can keep it like that and keep it clean. When you're doing the patterned ones or the bling ones or the floral ones, those are very, very seasonal. So don't go that way. I like the classic ones. I would advise that those are the ones you should keep classic. Then again, a suit never goes out of vogue. A suit is a suit anytime you wear a suit. So make it a 3-piece suit. For your wedding day, 3-piece. I always beg people to wear 3-piece suits so you don't look like a banker, and make the waistcoat a bit more stylish. Double-breasted waistcoat with a lapel or something. 6 buttons, 8 buttons. Just have that pop in your waistcoat. And that would be my classic tip to get timeless fashion for the bride and the groom.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Mai. You were amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you. I heard so much about you, so it's my pleasure.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. And thank you for listening to me at 12 midnight last night. Trying to
I know.
No, this literally happened in less than 24 hours. So great. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. We're going to share the session with everybody. We've recorded it, and so we'll share it all up. Yeah, so we'll share it with you as well.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Mai.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the exhibition and the show, and have a great weekend.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much. I love that session, Brenda. Yeah, oh my God, that was such a great session. All right, so next we have the Africa as a perfect wedding destination. We will be discussing why Africa is self-sufficient even in the wedding industry. Like, you can get your gown here, you can get good food here, you can get a beach wedding, you can get a safari wedding, you can get a mountain wedding, you can get married on a train. There's so much that the continent has to offer, and we need to start focusing on intra-Africa trading, even within the wedding industry. So I'm really excited for that next session. And did I mention that it will be hosted by Mercy from Bella, Niger? Yeah. Oh man, we did really well with this program.
Yes, brilliant job. And also our prizes, of course. We're giving out a prize. Sorry, 3 different prizes. One is a $300 balloon decoration. The other one is gorilla trekking 4-tooth from Visit Rwanda. Thank you so much. And visiting the monkeys for a couple, basically. And also a stay at the ultra luxurious Gorilla's Nest for 2 again. So you could have that as your honeymoon, basically. I just want to thank you guys again for joining us. Shusi will be back at the after party, so please join us. Get your dancing shoes on. Who's joining you at the after party?
The after party is going to be DJ Toxic from Kigali and DJ Simples from Uganda.
Oh, I so excited. We just after party.
And of course, our one Mr. Pratt is going to be up there showing us how to vibes.
Yeah, that's the East African vibes. Yeah, the East African wedding show dance now.
All right, so get home safe if you're rushing home for curfew, and we will see you in 45 minutes.
Thank you for the likes as well, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.